can't exactly put my finger on it as to why, yet not compelled for the whole preamble today. So with it, yes, that is race mode. Bist du fertig? Ich auch. Oh my God. Yeah, it's fast, but God, this engine is so magnificent. But this is the best carrying case for this engine. Oh, Santa Maria, Madre de Dios. There is something very important one needs to understand. It's the proportions of this vehicle. It throws off your brain. Really, it's a visual trick in that you look at it and you think you're steering from the trunk, like Cruella de Vil's special car in whatever Disney movie she's in, 101 Dalmatians. And that is not the case when you get behind the wheel. The actual steering experience, that's the thing that's impacted the most about the actual packaging of this vehicle, because the engine is right here. This is a front mid-engine car, much like an Aston Martin or a C7 Corvette. It has this almost neutral steering to it. And that's the point that you and I need to drive home when driving this in a neighborhood like this. Are you worried that your wife's gonna kill you?
No.
If you go to individual, the way I set it up was it's full fat on everything except for the engine. It's really don't need that much power drop now either, but it's manual for the transmission. So it'll stay in the gear and it'll bounce off the red line. Something tells me this was a bad idea. As you can see, this is what they left me with. Hopefully she doesn't scrape the front. Man, that's a cool looking car. And here's the annoying thing about Coleman. He's always right. The first thing they did when I handed this car over to them is take it to my top secret torture chamber as it is, Portuguese Ben. And he's like, it's not that it's stronger, it's damping. And Mercedes is unusually good at that, especially in large cars, and they take that learning and they apply it to smaller vehicles like this. And I would argue even in race mode, this is stiffest on everything, full fat, steering, suspension, the whole thing. And you can see by me not moving around so much that even if I try to disturb the plane of motion, the ride quality is still composed, it's still maintained, especially at the worst part here. And then you begin to realize it's not that this thing is made of frankincense and myrrh and that much stiffer than, say, a 911. It's just damped better. And that's why Coleman, man, I hate it when he's right. Yes, it's indeed that time again to play your favorite game in mine, the options game, with today's stunning and rather wunderbar contestant, the Mercedes-AMG GT C. That last letter, it has a huge impact. So much so, suggested retail price, $150,900. To that, we add paint. Kumo gave me 3 options here. You see, what you are looking at is Designo Cardinal Red Metallic, which is an additional $1,080. And while it is lovely, and you gotta see it in the sunlight, it really stands out. There is a better color on offer, Designo Brilliant Blue Magno. It's wow, Santa Maria, Madre de Dios, $3,950. But wait, there's more. There's another Designo color on offer called Sunburst or Solar Burst Yellow. That is $9,900 just for paint. And it doesn't even have a cool name like Grüne Hülle. Anyway, black exclusive Napa Dinamica interior with silver stitching. That is the faux suede interior with these silver stripes, $1,200. I don't know why you would spend so much money on paint and then get a black interior. You'd want better contrast than that. AMG carbon fiber trim in high gloss, $2,850. I would want wood, which is not on offer. AMG high performance ceramic composite braking system, built in, $8,950. AMG performance steering wheel and Dinamica with carbon fiber. Didn't we already pay for Dinamica? $300. 19-inch wheels in the front, 20-inch wheels in the back. Now I want to point out, we're not paying for the size of the wheels, we're paying for the design of the wheels, which is new for 2020, and my God, they look very good. They are on offer in silver like this or black, $1,200. And then Extreme Performance Sport tires. They're really being focused about that. $600. Active Distance Assist Distronic. Okay, Distronic Plus, $2,250. Touchpad, no charge. I think I'd want to give that back because I'm not a fan of the touchpad. Crossbar, the carbon fiber gloss crossbar in the back, which I would believe adds to the structure. It's more of a dress-up thing. Wow, $1,600. Exclusive interior trim. I don't know what's exclusive in there, but it is no charge. And then my favorite option, the Burmester high-end surround sound system, which I can attest to. Wow, does it work. $4,500. Destination and delivery, $995, for a total retail price of $179,295. And that's for the cheap paint. Yes, a thrilling round of our famous options game, but let's test that most expensive option, shall we? God, and it's 100 degrees out, I want to point out. And panic stop. Wow. It works, man. It definitely works. Would I spend $9 grand? Probably not. I don't think you need it, but there's a certain pageantry to it no matter what speed you're trying to do a panic stop from. And keep in mind, it's really hot out right now. And that's really the benefit of carbon ceramic rotors, is no matter how hard you beat the hell out of the brakes, temperature, or how frequent you do it, it's consistent fade-free stops. So if it's a track thing, it works. Around town, save the $9 grand. Are going to drop out of race mode into comfort. There's a change we need to discuss. Probably have heard of the GT 4-door. There are a couple of changes that car introduced which have cascaded over to this car, like the lights, a couple of exterior bits like that bigger screen, this screen here, all lovely stuff. But then there are these buttons here, this whole console. While it looks the same to you, there have been changes, namely these buttons here. Remember, they were rotating knobs or toggle switches. Here, the toggle switches here and here have been swapped for TFT screens that are buttons. So I can change the suspension, the gears, all this kind of stuff by hitting these buttons, and it gives me a display, a readout of what's going on. Okay, lovely. But, and I go back to this whole airplane thing. Whether a plane is 72 years old or 7.2 months old, they still have toggle switches. And the reason why they have toggle switches is because of safety. Your eyes need to be here, not down here. Now this is cool when you have an iPad, a telephone. I will totally geek out about this when a 3,500-pound vehicle is not going down the road very quickly. Totally get that. But when you have this in a vehicle that is designed for performance, I think this technology is misspent. And here they do need to go back to more toggle switches and those rotating knobs. While not just safe, they look so much cooler. I get it, this is a party trick for your friends, but open letter to the folks at Mercedes, can we go and err on the side of safety? Thank you. Over the years, haven't entirely made it a secret that I'm a huge fan of cars that have an open roof, a targa roof, or a folding roof, but I'm a larger fan of cars that have a purity of design, like a coupe that has one flowing line that goes into the wider bodywork of the GTC. However, you were kind of SOL if you wanted an open roof and the purity of design. You had to go convertible. But now there's a spot of good news, and there is a panoramic roof that is fitted as standard. It's a glass panel. However, Coleman, of course, had to rain on my parade here because he says structurally this is not as strong. Even though it's a fixed roof, it does not open. And he explained it this way. Have you ever built one of those shelves from IKEA? And you get the bottom, the top, and the shelves inside together, and it's still kind of wobbly, but then there's that one piece that it's like cardboard, basically. You put it on the back, and you think it's going to do nothing. All of a sudden, it's a lot stronger. He said this is kind of the same thing. I really don't care if Coleman is technically right about this, because I've always had this thing about GTs. They're claustrophobic on the inside, mainly because they're smaller, but most of them have a black interior, which is even more claustrophobic. Here, by making this whole thing glass, it opens the car up and then shines light on the details of a beautiful design of the interior and makes it so much more of a pleasant place to be. I'll admit, a lot of small changes. Do they add up to a drastic difference from the GTC that came before it? No. But I still can't help but feeling this isn't about whether this is good or bad. It's a hell of a testament to Mercedes that this technically is their freshman effort at a 911 equation of a car, and it's this good. Imagine what the sophomore effort's gonna be. Amy! Come on, sweetheart. The point is not to hide behind the car. There you go.